Welcome to Wellness Wednesday. Today I will be sharing with you the 5 dementia risk domains. But first, if we haven't met, my name is Tamara Conch. I'm an integrative wellness and life coach, writer, speaker, and educator, and my specialty is dementia risk reduction. I founded V2V Wellness and Aging because I believe that every journey has purpose, and I love helping people discover theirs. So on to today's topic, the 5 dementia risk domains. Let's start by looking at what is risk. In health and safety terms, risk is the probability that you will be harmed or that you will experience adverse health effects if you're exposed to certain hazards. Take lung cancer, for example. Your probability for getting lung cancer goes up or down based on exposure to certain hazards or risk factors. Some of these hazards you can avoid, like smoking, while other hazards like air quality or genetics, you can't do much about. So while it's not possible to completely avoid your risk of lung cancer, you can reduce your risk by choosing to not smoke. It's the same thing with dementia. You can't completely avoid your risk of getting it, but you can decrease the probability. So what kinds of hazards or risk factors for dementia are there? Well, research shows there are 5 main categories or areas of risk. The first is demographics, biomarkers, lifestyle, medical, and environment. And some you can control and some you can't. The first dementia risk domain is demographics. In the United States, you have the highest risk for dementia if you're a white female over age 65 who didn't go to college. Globally, your risk is higher if you're from a lower income country and if you have less formal education. But these risks are tough, if not impossible, to avoid. The second risk domain is biomarkers. While a percentage of dementia cases do have clear inherited genetic causes, most cases actually result from complex interactions between several genetic and environmental causes. So while you may have biomarkers that increase your risk, like the APOE4 gene variant, you can largely control how your genes express by adjusting environmental conditions. This is called epigenetics. It's the way that organisms change, not by altering the genetic code itself, but by modifying the ways that genes express. The third dementia risk domain is lifestyle. Recent studies have linked dementia and Alzheimer's disease with several lifestyle-related factors, including physical activity, dietary fat intake, alcohol drinking, and smoking. Physical inactivity literally doubles your risk of dementia. Other lifestyle risk factors include poor sleep quality, poor nutrition, social isolation, and ineffective stress management. The fourth dementia risk domain is medical. There are several known medical conditions that increase your probability of developing Alzheimer's and other forms of dementia. These include high blood pressure or too low blood pressure, stroke, head trauma, and type 2 diabetes. Certain medications as well, known as anticholinergics, are strongly associated with an increased risk of dementia. And there's other medical risk factors for dementia, things like suboptimal hormones and other trophic factors, vitamins and minerals, chronic inflammation, sleep apnea, hearing loss that's untreated, obesity, and depression. The fifth dementia risk domain is environmental. This includes environmental hazards like air quality, toxic heavy metals, occupational related exposures, and things like this. So research shows that things like air pollution, aluminum, silicon, pesticides, toxic molds and mildews, all of these things increase your risk of Alzheimer's and other forms of dementia. The truth is, there are lots of reasons why people get dementia. Just like there are lots of reasons why people get cancer and diabetes and heart disease. The good news is that you can choose to avoid many of these hazards and to reduce your chances of Alzheimer's and other forms of dementia. Even people who are already living with a diagnosis of dementia can slow the progression of their symptoms by reducing their risk profile. It's not magic. It's not brain surgery. It's just biology. To learn more about the 5 dementia risk domains, visit my website at www.v2v.org. Be sure to sign up for my weekly newsletter so you can stay informed and on top of the latest news and information about dementia risk reduction and integrative wellness and aging. I'm also working on a new online coaching program that I cannot wait to tell you more about. And so thank you so much for joining in today. I appreciate each and every one of you. And until next time, Be well, and remember, your journey has purpose.